Wizard back in 5e, but I haven't released that in. I don't actually. They may have released it in 2020.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Dice Room with our
Guten
lovely silly
Tagen.
time. As
Welcome
you
back.
can tell, we are here and we are alive, and that is where I'm going to bring us to our next part of this wonderful episode, where I'm going to let Steven tell everything else, and it's all you, Steven. Go ahead.
Everything else?
Everything else.
I want you
to introduce us.
Yeah, introduce
I'm gonna
every
Squeeze
player.
that
Do
in
your
so we
best
can sit there
impression.
and like munch
Yeah.
on this like freaking.
Yeah, I want to eat my
rolls.
pizza rolls, so please do not make me talk right now. Okay, this
Hey,
is
chat.
I want pizza roll eating ASMR. Lean into the mic.
Yeah,
Chat,
I want to
what
hear the
time is
crunch.
Scotland right now.
He's got crisp on whatever, so we're good for now.
No.
Rookie mistake.
Oh my goodness. Okay. I mean, if we really want some ASMR, I have some Nature Valley
Who the
crunchy.
fuck is Timmy Tickle Time?
That's some ASMR for you.
I don't know. That's scary. Oh,
Cracking one open.
with the
I cracked my
boys.
cold one open out earlier. If it's on your bingo card, I do have a Mountain Dew today, guys.
I haven't looked at a bingo card in so long. I'm gonna be honest.
I haven't
I'm
made it.
not the target audience of bingo.
Me neither.
I haven't made
Whoa!
a card.
Shout out Retro Legolas with the 2 tons.
Hey,
Dude.
Ew.
Hey,
Yeah,
I remember I was
made a
watching-
bingo card.
Ew. Oh.
someone is inspired by the ghost of Freddie Mercury right now.
It's me. It's me, guys.
There we go.
and bingo was his name though. To answer your question, Carasso.
Sorry.
Freddie Mercury.
What were you saying,
Put
Chops?
it on my wall.
I was just gonna say like nothing. It's not funny.
Nothing
anymore.
much of importance.
Yeah, nothing important.
I do have.
I was just gonna tell a
No.
small anecdote.
I do have a question for Davis.
You
Is
have a
that
question for me?
I do. Is that chair behind you? Is that one of those chairs from like 15 years ago that everybody wanted to have in their game room?
The rocker chairs,
Oh,
bro.
Yeah. They're kind of pieces of shit. I'm not gonna lie. They're not
Yeah.
comfortable at all.
Yeah.
Like,
I
dude, I
haven't sat in
remember
them
playing
in
like NCAA
centuries.
with you on those.
Speaking of
Oh.
things I haven't used in centuries, you see those dumbbells next to them? They have not moved in a very, very long time. Matter of fact, let me go pump some iron.
Do some
They've got-
lateral raises real quick.
And that's.
I'm not lat raising these.
Well, the dogs. Someone screenshot that.
Guys, zoom
Someone
in.
screenshot.
He has feet out.
They were feet out.
Oh, you want to see feet?
The funny thing is that we can't see his head, so we don't know if it's him. It could be his body double.
You're right.
It could
Exactly.
be anybody. Yeah, I think I did. I swapped with my body double.
Oh man. Okay. What weight are those?
Those are 20s.
Big boy. I'm sorry.
I used to have some 30s and 40s, but then my dad fucking stole them.
Is he using them,
Oh.
or do they just sit and gather dust too?
I don't know. Probably uses them more than I do.
Dude, imagine watching the Dice Room at like midnight. It's crazy. Respect the
That
grind.
is pretty crazy.
Oh, it's crazy right there.
is-
Imagine
Thank you
staying
for
up.
tuning in.
Imagine staying
Getting
up
it all
until
the way from
2 to
Scotland.
finish an episode of the Dice Room. That's crazy.
Well, thankfully, I think Candy's usually up at that time. Candy's a freak.
Yeah. I would stay up though.
I'm like a positive
Oh my
way.
gosh.
For me.
Absolutely.
Speaking of staying up, let's stay up to date with what happened in our last episode.
Transition. That's a segue.
Popcorn, Arlo.
Just get it with the popcorn rating.
What did we do?
Yes.
We got. We proceeded
Forgot
to
something very important.
leave the vineyard and completely forget about Bilius's ashes.
Rest in
We
peace.
left them behind. And we arrived at town and got completely bitched out by the captain because we forgot to deliver the money to his wife and child that's saving them from poverty. Let's see. What's our other list of malfunctions that we had?
We were finally on a ship in a pirate campaign.
Yep, we
Many
finally
sessions
made it
since,
back on the
many
ship, and
sessions since.
we completely fast traveled to the next island.
We had a couple other important
No,
things happen.
we did have some conversations aboard the ship when we stayed the night, and when we woke up the next morning,
There was a new
Kel
crew
had
member.
had a massive transformation in the middle of the night.
Yeah,
Um,
he
Woke
did
up
catch
a
that
little
infernal
horny.
gonorrhea.
Yeah.
We also confirmed that Ainz is dead, so that was a
Yeah,
little bit of
yeah.
closure.
Yeah, we finally got confirmation
have
of
a-
Ainz' death.
Yeah, he had a statue.
did he?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he had
he
like
had
a
a st-
memorial.
It had a memorial for the heroic figure of Ainz that he spent his life in the service and saving of others.
How admirable.
Yes.
And Dry was so overcome with grief that he decided to stay on the ship for the foreseeable
Yeah, he's mourning,
future.
kind of contemplating the if he will be the lucky third brother,
Mm-hmm.
or if he is doomed to die with us as well.
His grief triggered his IBS, and so now he's just on the toilet.
Yeah, kind
Hey,
of
Yeah.
grief-driven diarrhea is a very real thing.
Grief-driven irritable bowel syndrome.
It is.
And
It really is.
Oh, drink
we
water.
had the young shipwreck boy that was with
Mm-hmm.
us that I can't recall his name right now.
Good old.
And
He's-
we,
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's Galen. And we discovered that he
yeah.
might have some heritage.
yeah, young
got a
Master
dad.
Galen that apparently has his father has some type of connection to Captain Kidd.
But we don't know in
He was
what
cool.
regard.
It seemed like he was a good captain himself. Apparently not good enough to not get killed along with
Yeah.
everyone else on his
Yeah.
crew.
More like bad captain, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
He's
so
no
we
Clanker.
so we eventually arrived at the verticality, what
Perpendicularity.
the
Close.
perpendicularity.
The horizontal aisles. Parallel aisles.
And when we arrived on shore, we ran across a fine lady. Arlo talked all
Arlo
fine
fell
to
in
her.
love instantly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he read books about how to speak to high people. So he imitated.
High
her.
Certainly hasn't
people.
used that language with Kel.
Yeah, well,
Like you said, high people.
Clearly,
Yeah, well, good answer. Good answer, nephew.
and so we established that she did indeed know Galen, and we were led to the fancy portal that transported us to the capital city. We not really sure if we're in some type of alternate dimension, and
Go the other way now. Reverse.
we have arrived at the capital city.
Ooh, I got a good crack.
I heard that. We have arrived at the capital city of Perpendicularity.
What a name.
Isn't it just great? I came up with all these names before I wrote lore for them, so now I'm not even really certain how well it intertwines.
Is it perpendicular to anything?
I would say it's pretty perpendicular to a lot. I feel like
cool.
I'm missing a lot of parallels, though.
Follow-up question. Do you know what perpendicular means?
Correct.
You know, 90-degree angle type shit.
I should have said yes, but correct is technically a synonym.
Yeah, but
See, that's another synonym.
Affirmative.
I bet we can
affirm,
get this going.
confirm.
Copy that.
1026.
Oh, is that like
Bit
TCO.
sucks. Let me move on.
All right. So yeah, basically that is what happened. The important parts is Bilius got left, for the second
Again.
time. The party made it over. We did have a massive transformation, and Arlo has fallen in love, or at least maybe, I don't know.
He's smitten.
He's smitten. He's he's down good, not down bad, but he's down good.
Down good.
Down good.
That's cursed. I hated that.
It seems like he might have a shot. It's either that or she's just like one of the kinds of people who just like doesn't want to like hard shoot you down. So she's trying to let him down gently at worst, but he might have a shot.
So, just so you know, it's obviously a little bit different, but the first thing that came to my mind was those of you who've watched Game of Thrones, kind of like Tormund and Brienne of Tarth,
Oh.
like
Ah.
that sort of thing where she's almost.
Yeah, I don't watch that nerd shit. I just play cool things like Dungeons and Dragons.
Like she's almost too nervous to respond. So we're gonna see how that goes. That's gonna be a little fun, a little interesting. But yeah, so the party ended off where they were jumping through this portal that was in a well. So basically, when they first got to the perpendicularity, it kind of looked like shanties. It looked like a bunch of shacks. Kind of looked like what you would just expect pirates, lawless men to be living like. But she took us to this well in the center of several buildings and houses, and when you pass through the surface of the well, they found themselves standing in front of these city gates. So before we go into further and I describe what they actually see, let's do introductions. Since Bosk just took a bite, I'm going to start with Chaps.
Hey guys, my name's Ian Like a Bosk. I play Strack the Stalker. He is a Dragonborn. I just wanted to cause an issue just for fun.
Become ungovernable.
He he is very excited to be part of a crew now that he's no longer in slavery, and has decided that this crew is not good enough, and he wants to continuously rank everyone on their power level so that he can assess threats and weaknesses for his purposes. And I'm passing it to someone else.
You were muted.
Who volunteers to take it?
Is this him trying to like overcome his trauma? Like, was he ranked?
Sorry, give me
Like,
give me
double
just a
it?
second, guys.
No
Maybe,
comment.
like out of his
No
like
comment.
hatched group, he was ranked like
No
low
comment.
yeah, like from the spawning pools, he was ranked pretty low.
Yeah.
Well,
So he's got an inferiority complex. I bet he was the runt.
really, I mean, he's not big. Like I was expecting him to be like maybe second biggest in the party.
Yeah.
Isn't he like 5'6" or something?
So let's go look. Strack background. He is 5'8", but only 127 pounds.
127 pounds
That's a
is crazy.
string
Like I
bean.
get
That's
I
not
get
a
he's
lizard
a
man.
I
That's
get
not
he's a rogue,
That's
but
not
like
a dragon.
yeah, that's not a dragon. That's not even
That's
like
like
a
gecko.
Yeah.
I'm pretty certain I weighed 127 pounds in 5th grade.
Yeah, like he's a skink at this point. But anyway, as someone who is slightly larger than a skink, I am Davis. I play Kellum Kell Oswin, former human, now tiefling, because of hubris. Resident warlock, slightly less shitty every session, but still pretty bad. He's got a long way to go.
Should we go in order of like shortest to tallest?
We should go in order of most important to least important.
That's why I went first.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
No good, buddy.
So who's gonna fight for
This
the
time.
third?
So hi guys, I'm the I'm Chaps, the Chappy VA. I play Callus Morcane, the guy with an accent that comes from many places.
That's what happens when
The-
you travel wild space. Pick up a lot of
Exactly.
stuff.
The Kalishtar paladin of the group. You know, that's what's up. Passing it on to the next least important person, whoever that may be.
I mean, Arlo is clearly the most important, so this order's just effed up. But anyway, Arlo, you're up.
I am Wicked Kinder playing Arlo Keth, the resident turtle druid. By God, I'm back here at the rear because I'm like, I got the rudder. I'm steering this ship.
He does have the wheel too.
Rudder, I barely know her.
I'm Caleb.
Jesus
I play
Christ.
Wayros Arnesil, also known as Gale. He's the cleric of the party. And I'll go ahead and pass it on to Anson.
Good job, Anson.
Oh, I'm so unimportant. I'm not even here.
Impeccable as always.
He's
Oh.
he's back. I'm back in the cabin counting my coins right now.
I'm shitting. Please leave me alone.
I'm so sorry I shitted my pants.
My brothers are both dead. Let me shit
I
myself
should've.
some more.
Oh my gosh.
All right, with character assassination thoroughly done.
I love speaking ill of someone who can't defend themselves. It's the
Me
best.
too.
Dry is doing his taxes. Anson's not. But
All right.
Anson shitting himself. Dry is doing his taxes.
Steven.
I'm Steven. I'm your DM. I must do. I am everyone else. and I'm a little bit worried I'm gonna have to be Arlo's love interest, so that's gonna be fun. Be sure to stick around. That'll be a Patreon
Yeah, I
exclusive.
love watching my 2 straight homies do roleplay. Roleplay your romance.
Everyone's a little
Yeah.
gay.
And but before we get back into it, just gonna go again over our like a couple of our really important homebrew rules. The first, of course, is our nut punch, which probably has the most immediate control over the direction of our campaign, as we've already seen it drastically shifted. The second is our last stand, which is when you are not reduced to 0 hit points, you can choose to basically say, yeah, I'm going to die here, but I'm going to get an immediate action. It has to be an offensive action, but all your offensive actions are guaranteed to hit. And so basically it's like, yeah, here it is. I'm going to try to make a last stand to save the party. We haven't seen it used yet, but I'm excited for the day that we do. And then the third one, which is also going to be really important going forward, is our time limit, where we have 30 seconds per turn in combat to try to speed that up. So, with that, we're going to jump back up to where we finished off the last session. And so as the rest of the party members come out of this portal, and they find themselves standing in front of just what is an absolute marvel of engineering. Let's actually get a roll from y'all off rip. Get a I guess let's do straight history. No, I'm sorry, straight intelligence, to see if y'all would know what this is.
That ain't good for me.
If only it were gay intelligence.
What if I got-
better on the roll?
What if I got a
Yeah.
D20?
What?
Yeah. Oh, that's a 9. Not
What a
2.
spread! What a spread!
That is an
Seriously.
impressive spread.
We're running the gamut right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna switch my dice for this.
I don't know
for
what
this
just happened, but I think someone's dice sounds like snow.
Like a wailing
It does. That would be
specter.
mine. That would be everlasting rhyme. Beware, covered in shards of ice. This digital dice set only thaws to
Wait.
reveal the success of your roll or betray the secret you hold close.
Can anyone see
Damn,
the one
that's
that I did?
bonkers.
The nat 20?
Yeah.
I saw it, but it's not showing up in the...
Yeah, it's not in
I would
the.
say it's
so
not
I
in
guess
the
it
main log.
never happened. Too
What?
bad.
I
All
subscribe.
right.
Stuck on my screen right now.
So, for those of you who got a 10 or above, you're able to recognize that this wall is made of Kakina, designed for easy repair and, frankly, this utter seashell-like beauty. But before you're able to go and walk through the walls, and even though you can see a glimpse of what's inside, there's 2 people standing in front of you. This is the man from that I went over at the end of last session. We're going to introduce it again. The man, tall, slender, old man, with long, gray hair braided together with bits of metal, golden metal in his hair, and a large patched together cape or cloak, with what looks to be made of the flags of several ships. Standing next to him is a beautiful woman wearing a long silken red dress with black gloves and a black hat with a little small veil covering her face. And as soon as you all sort of gain your bearings in this area, young Galen runs immediately to her, and tears are welling down his face slowly. And he just screams "Mama" and runs up and hugs her, and she squats down to hug him as well. And the old man looks at you and says, It is a pleasure to see you again. At least some of you. For others, it is a pleasure to meet you. I just wish it was under better circumstances. I would, however, like to thank each and every one of you for bringing young Galen back to us safe and sound.
Now, the kid did mention like a pretty hefty like reward of gold for his return.
Did he know?
Yeah. Yeah, he did, Cal.
Are you using intimidation on the
No.
kid right next to you?
No,
or...
I'm not.
Maybe a persuasion check for this.
somewhere in the realm of like I don't know, like 1,000 gold or something.
If
see the glint of
thousand
the
gold
plate armor
each.
you're hoping to buy in your.
Yes, 1,000 gold. 1,000 gold
1,000
each.
gold ahead for
Oh.
this child. Huh?
Yeah.
That.
Yeah, he said that his mother would be very, very happy to see him, and that he would feel like she would feel very generous in giving us 1,000 gold each.
Man, this kid really knows his accounting, huh?
He learned from Dry on the way over.
And so the man looks at you and is like, "How peculiar." Roll persuasion.
Persuasion?
Yeah.
Shouldn't it be deception?
All right,
It-
come
it
on.
should be deception. I apologize.
Does he
Oh,
get
come-
advantage?
Wait, it was a nat 20. It was a nat 20 though.
Yeah, just let him use the dice, even if the
Yeah.
modifier would be different. Because he changed
It's
it.
the
The
same-
type of roll got changed while he was clicking the button.
Yeah, it's also the same modifier. It's a +3 either way.
Alright.
Oh, okay. I figured as a paladin you might have proficiency in persuasion, but not deception.
Mhm.
But do you have proficiency
Believe it or
in
not,
neither?
I have proficiency in night.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You've
I
got to
got-
have intimidation, though, right?
Insight. Insight,
have-
perception,
okay.
insight,
That's a-
perception, religion, and survival.
I respect it.
I don't.
I don't really, but
He
would
he
claim
looks
to.
at you and he just chuckles. He's like, "You might fit in well here." And he says, "Come with me. We have a lot to discuss."
Yep, payment.
As Alice begins to follow, he like turns around and goes, right.
huh. You know, even I feel a little bit slimy.
Arlo
after that.
just gives kind of a frown of disapproval.
Yeah. Kel gives you like a half-hearted smile, like he's like, "This is usually up his alley," but something about doing it for this child just feels slightly
Just
wrong
doesn't-
to even him.
Also, I gotta feel like you
Hell's-
gotta be going through a character arc, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
Kel,
also
Kel
the
particularly when it comes to this Billy a surrogate, he's a little sensitive to.
Billy a surrogate is a
This-
lot
that
of
is what
things.
that is what Galen is to him. This is
You
his
would
replacement Billy.
never forget the first one.
Yeah,
Or him
Gale
twice.
saw that interaction with the mom and was reminded of Bilius, and so he's just kind of like staring off into the distance, just being totally ignoring what's
he's
going on
zoned
right
out.
Yeah, not to mention Arlo doesn't even know what like the cost of a banana is.
It's like, can you give it to me in terms of bananas?
Listen, Arlo, that's like 100.
Have you seen
like,
the beginning of
it's a-
Donkey Kong Country? He's
That
got that
one, yeah.
big pile of them.
The big old pile of bananas at the beginning of that play. You know the traditional Hadesy play.
Ah,
Yeah, how does he
like,
Kong Country?
everyone could eat.
Exactly.
Arlo,
But mainly
all
we are
of,
going to eat.
Exactly.
1,000 gold
Really
apiece
Very
will
well.
hire a crew for a
And I
ship
couldn't eat 1,000 bananas.
for 10 years.
Anyways,
Move on.
let's keep moving.
We do have
Seems like,
business to
seems like a waste
discuss.
of bananas.
They go bad before anybody can even eat them.
I mean, not to mention the radiation.
So, as the man goes and beckons you to follow, he and Lady Morgan and the son, not daughter.
was like-
They go. Yeah, sorry. They go and they walk towards the city gates, and at which point the two wrought iron gates open up, and as they go and they walk inside and you follow, you just find yourself inside this completely unexpected, unassuming, and yet entirely flourishing city of an extremely diverse population. You see tritons and turtles and sea elves and water genasi and humans and elves and dwarves and half-elves,
Oh my.
as well as a few Goliaths, gnomes, and halflings.
Are there any tabaxi?
No.
God. Thank
Thank
Christ.
God there are not.
Arlo,
Knowing Caleb's history.
Arlo nudges Kel and says, "Check out the shell on that one."
Yeah, really, really well polished. We look for very different things in a prospective mate, don't we, Arlo?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? I didn't say she was attractive. She just has a nice shell.
Gail just,
I figured
Gail
that- I
just
figured
kind
it
of
was a
gives Arlo a
euphemism.
side eye and like gives him a like.
See, you weren't thinking what I was thinking, right?
Yeah,
No way he's
Oliver just
complimenting that
nods at
lady
Gale.
turtle
It's
shell.
like he gets it.
I gotta be with Arlo on this one, man.
All right, Scaly.
Are you mentioning about my people?
No, the people who want to fuck your people.
Oh,
You know,
Yeah,
the weird ones. Not like
Yeah,
the normal people, but like the weird.
Not in a
Yeah, the ones who
I
make
will
it
say-
weird.
Exactly. The one
not
that
in a sexual way, but you can
the ones
recognize
that-
beauty in the.
I
creature.
believe this conversation is better suited if we stopped talking about it.
Right, yeah, sounds good. Let's move.
Don't
Let's
keep
move
this.
on.
Got a question.
Look at the ears on that thing.
I mean,
You can't say that.
I'm an elf. It's okay.
Like a fucking Dumbo over there. Might fly off of them.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think
Got
it's
a
that
hyena
funny.
out here. Look at a hyena.
Caught me off guard. I'm sorry.
Chaps'
Any chance
laugh
to tickle you,
is
friend?
just pure giddy, and I love it.
Yeah, yeah.
Bro's just experience. Bro's just joy maxing.
Pure
over here.
whimsy and joy.
Arlo, do you have a question?
Oh my god.
I think I completely lost it.
It's gone. Poof.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
So, as you're inside the city, you see the ground is stone, with carved paths and several green areas and masterfully crafted houses. In the city center, as y'all continue to walk, is a city market with hundreds of vendors selling all sorts of different types of food, furs, novelty items, decorations, and really most anything else you can imagine. The most noticeable thing about the city as you're looking is not just the magic that you can feel concealing the city, but really it's just how clean and organized it is. And so as y'all are walking through the city center, the man turns back to you and says, "If you would like to shop for a little bit, I know you've been on the seas, and I know you've been in the vineyard, which isn't a particularly fitting name, is it? But
No.
No, not really, no.
I didn't even see any grapes there.
Apparently
No.
they used to be.
they did.
They
used
switched
to be.
industries.
They did with the invasion of Longmont, the need for grapes for wine or for even just food has apparently been deemed a luxury, and the need for the gemstones that lie within is far more significant. But that is a story for another time. If you'd like to spend a little bit of time shopping, perusing, doing whatever you'd like, you may. But I would like to speak with all of you inside when you are ready. I'm
I
gonna
would.
see-
I mean,
Unfortunately, I
I
only
elect
have
we
one
save
goal.
any shopping trips until after we potentially get paid, if we are being paid for the return. of
Exactly,
this
yeah,
time.
that was what I was saying. I kind
I
of
wouldn't
need the
want to
shopping money
presume.
for- Exactly. But the kid did say it, totally, right, guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, did not. You are a coward.
You weren't there for it.
You weren't there. You were too busy nursing. Yeah, it was when we first met him. You weren't there.
Indeed.
Mm.
I thought he was there the whole time.
I think
You-
what
He
exactly
wasn't
happened
one of those like
Yeah.
stupors he gets into where he's just staring
Yeah.
off and going 1, 3,
Yeah.
6.
First off, I say that so that my pet crow can get back to me.
You have a pet crow?
Yeah, that's why I always go up to the crow nest. Have you never seen it? See, that's why none of you are very good or very high ranking, because none of you are
I'm
friends.
thinking of someone right
I saw
now.
the crow.
Someone I've never met before.
He doesn't
Little
sound like
bird
that. He doesn't sound like that. He's just a crow. He's not like, hey, it's me, Bryn.
What,
Someone who
this
makes
guy
a
you're
suspicious
describing, I feel
dragging
like he
sound.
has-
Why did you make
feel like he
Bryn
has a
sound like the
companion.
hormone monster?
I'd like
Don't
to.
know.
I'd like to roll insight because the concept of him having a friend is mind-boggling.
Damn.
He's
So it's a very alien worldview
Yeah,
to him. He
it
seems
is,
like a
it
very
is.
like every
he's
man for
very-
himself kind
exactly,
of.
That's what. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like him
Gail's
finding.
not gonna.
him-
Gail's not gonna roll insight because while him having a friend doesn't make sense, his only friend being an animal makes perfect sense.
That's fair. That is actually very fair. I still want to roll.
Society must be rough. I mean,
I see that they are. I see that now. I don't truly have any friends in my group here. Makes me really love being around you guys.
Hey, I haven't expressed any doubts. You're growing on me. Don't worry. Like a fungus.
And you are also growing, number 3.
All right.
Number 2 is the guy that does my taxes.
The guy is dry as number 2 in the party. Have you heard him speak?
Yes, it's kind of like at such a high pitch my ears can't register it, so he just sounds like.
Oh, so
Gail's
he's like
just
a man
so
of few
bitter about
words in your
Strock being
eyes.
ableist because he has one arm.
Yes, it is true. You are weaker than us.
Maybe we should shop for a new prosthetic for you while we're here. This place has a lot of craftsmen. It seems like I'm sure someone
Hey,
can fashion
hey.
you a functional arm.
Maybe.
Lack of the arm is the penance I pay for the child.
Was it the same hand
is
when you
dark.
punched him in the balls?
I was. That was kind of. It was kind of badass, but that's fucking dark, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
we could look around and shop. I mean,
Like my penance is being red. Your penance is missing a fucking
Oh,
arm.
I did forget that you became a little tiefling.
A
You
little
just look.
tiefling.
Yeah,
your
your
clothes
size is.
do not.
Yeah, they don't.
You
fit
weigh
the same way.
127 pounds. Don't talk to me about being
First
little.
off, first off,
If I
it's not
wanna-
hibernating time. Secondly, you have a tail. I can take you places. I can show you how you tailor with a tail.
Oh,
That's actually not
Yeah,
a bad point.
Arlo can help out
Arm
too, but he
ever.
has a shell.
If I ever want another arm, I must earn it from my god first.
All right. I
Who
mean,
is your
if
god?
you're-
You
if
do
I were
you,
you,
bro.
I'd want to be able to hold a shield and a weapon, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can always just glue a shield on him.
Should reload your D&D Beyond. But okay,
did you just
Maybe.
get given inspiration?
he did.
Ooh, 6. Nice.
But the penance was badass. Holy cow!
That's pretty badass.
All right, so y'all are all gonna follow Captain Kidd inside.
Also,
Yes,
Gail's
his
like,
arm.
I forgot to
I
say, Gail
assume-
goes, shields are for pussies.
Hey, I don't have one. I don't have.
Callus slowly puts his shield back on his back.
You know
If I had
what?
proficiency, I would have one, but I don't.
I have to agree with him on that
The
one.
second,
For-
if Gale ever gets another arm, the second he gets it, he's getting a shield, though.
Being a pussy pays.
Callus slowly puts his shield back on
Okay,
his
Karasu, my bare ass is not out. It's not a big tail. It's one. It's like, okay, I'm not gonna say what kind of tail it's like, but you know, it's like a thin tail.
Did you have to, like, cut a hole in your pants, or did it just, like, poke through the pants?
It poked a hole for him.
It poked a hole in the pants, but it was like a really easy to sew up hole. So
Okay.
yeah, his ass is not out. I'm not getting arrested for public indecency, bro.
If any of you thought
Canonically,
maybe it was out.
all of Kel's pants already had, like, the little butt flap on it that you kind of unbutton, so you just sort of, like, put the tail through
What is he
there.
wearing, like
That makes-
onesies all the time and it's like
That makes so
ass
much
flap?
For him to be like a 1920s early era like Scrooge, just like something from the plays of that time. That makes so much sense. He's a honk shoer and a Mimi mirror to the other.
Constantly carrying around a candle and wearing a sleeping cap. What?
Yeah,
Continue to follow Captain Kidd.
Yeah, no, we're following.
All right, let's lock in.
So as the captain walks in and escorts you in, there's a couple Dragonborn paladins that are guarding the gates to this castle. And as the giant wooden doors are opened, the soft creak from these absolute massive frames, you walk in and you're greeted with just this beautifully intricate marble interior with designs of cherubim and seraphim dancing in a garden painted on the ceiling. You see images of winged men fighting demons on others, and there seems to be a lot of imagery between the heavens and the hells in this building. And as on each side, the building just seems to stretch on further than it appeared when you were looking at it from the outside. And just these massive marble staircases will take you up to the second floor. And as he goes, those are on the left, right? And as he goes and walks towards the center, he goes and he stands on what looks like a giant a giant marble ship's wheel that has been carved into the stone, and he invites each of you to stand on it as well.
As we're walking
can I
up
roll
to that,
like? Oh, sorry.
you go first. Mine's just a bit.
Could I roll for like religion to see if do I get the vibe that it's like an occult practice or like the art's just a little like avant-garde or if they're just like actually genuinely super religious.
I will admit,
Or
I
if
feel a
it's just
little out of place in
aesthetic or
here as
whatever.
a
You can roll it.
as a tiefling. Is this what being discriminated against feels like?
So I would like to poke Kel and be like, "Look, it's you," and point at one of the
Nat one.
demon-like creatures.
Yeah, it is me. It is me.
Hey, but Kel, at least you look fucking badass, man.
You know, I heard once that you had wings.
appreciate
Is
that.
that true?
Yeah,
In your other
I can
form.
I can grow them. Yes,
So
temporarily.
Guys,
you were
that's-
at both
You're
sides of this.
talking
at
about
once.
sins
sorry.
of the fathers.
I'm sorry.
It's
Time out. Kel, you have fucking wings?
Sometimes I can grow them
That's-
for about a
oh my-
minute.
How are you guys both the coolest and dumbest party I've ever met in my life?
Coolest before you got here. Dumbest once you joined.
Never
Fair
been
enough.
Wow.
I'm gonna step on the thing.
Yeah, I'm step on too.
With your nat 1, you cannot tell a thing. You're just like, man, they really love beautiful art.
This is all human religion. I don't know what you elves know about the hells, but
Gil steps on.
Or Strock steps on.
May I roll religion?
I suppose.
Just for funsies, see what I can tell.
just for the laughs, just
Just for the loss. 15? 15? Just 15 give me anything?
Yeah, so what you see is this all the imagery does seem to be it does seem to be made for any one particular god, but it does seem to be an imagery that denotes good over evil. And so while there's no other evidence in this room of specific gods being worshipped, there is the common theme of good triumphing over evil.
Interesting.
Arlo kind of leans over to Kel. It's like, you're feeling okay? You know, any itching sensations? Or...
I mean, I feel better ever since I turned into a tiefling, frankly. So
Yeah, well, I mean, okay. Yeah. I mean, some people need to find their inner selves, I guess. I mean,
oh, yeah, no, I pick up what you're putting down. I am sweating like a whore in shirts a little bit, but you know how it is.
Do tieflings sweat?
It's a euphemism.
Why are you putting yourself down?
There's a,
'cause hell is below us, you know.
And that's his home now.
That makes sense.
I'm gonna turn to Captain Kidd. There's a lot of good triumphs evil here, isn't there? Like just a little bit much for someone that I've heard is a famous pirate.
He's like one of those One Piece pirates, you know,
So-
where they don't actually
I
do
don't
any
know.
like evil piracy stuff. They just like help people.
So what
Or
does
whatever.
it mean to be a pirate?
I mean, you steal shit and make money, get bitches, drive boats,
Plunder.
plunder.
You hate Longmaw in my
Pillage.
book. You're good.
freedom fighters.
I
don't-
believe
listen,
being a pirate is being
just-
the most efficient and ruthless thing you could be to get from point A to point B.
I'm just saying, I don't have anything against you particularly, but I was working on a merchant ship. So pirates are a little bit of a little bit of a sore subject for me.
You realize like half of us are pirates, right?
I mean, yeah, but you guys are chill.
So you're like what? Assuming pirates are certain ways?
No, like I
I
just
think it's reasonable to assume.
yeah. I
The
mean,
average
if some-
pirate is a seaborn brigand, not a.
I
not
just
a
wanted to
freedom
cause
fighter.
issues to
Exactly.
the boy.
Pirates,
What
they-
is-
they're trying to carve out their own life for themselves, away from the
That's
tyranny of the Longmaw. And
that is exactly how I choose to look at piracy. Is we operate outside of the authorization, outside of the laws of Longmall. And while many of them commit acts of piracy for personal gain, while they use it to steal goods or take hostages, the main reason that I choose to accept the title that was given to me by Longmaw, because I am not a self-proclaimed pirate, but it is for a lifestyle of freedom. It is a lifestyle to do what I want, what I see fit, and to help those that I can without the limitations of some government.
Fair
So,
enough.
are there what people would morally consider bad pirates? Absolutely. Are some of them here? Absolutely. But what you will find here with me and with those that you are about to meet is that we are simply, maybe even freedom fighters, looking to stand up to a tyrannical government that has been oppressing the people of this region for far too long. Too many generations that I have lost count.
How old are you?
The gray does have shades of black and white.
Don't you know you're not supposed to ask someone that?
I thought it was
Oh.
only women.
Yeah, and you can be a
Not
woman, and
sexist.
but right now you're a man. Seemingly.
I am
What are your
several
pronouns?
millennia old.
Millennia.
Huh. Wow.
Well,
Interesting.
have you made deals with any deities or
Yeah,
people from the other realms?
they told me that they saw you talking to
A
Odiel.
certain, yeah.
Ah,
A certain
Lady
fiend.
Odiel. She is an interesting player in this game of politics. This game of chess that we have on the Shattered Seas, unfortunately. But she's a relatively young player who's eager to make a name for herself and doesn't have a full grasp of everything that's going on. But will the last of you step on? I don't care who's last, but the last of you steps on. And
Hello, steps up.
and he goes and he does just a couple quick movements with his hand, and the ship's wheel, the granite ship's wheel that y'all are standing on, it sort of begins to glow and slowly sinks into the ground.
Well, that's cool.
That's really cool.
And as it goes lower and lower, you find yourselves in this giant tunnel, just going down, so essentially on an elevator that takes you down. And as he's speaking, he jumps back to Odiel and says, "Lady Odiel is she has heart, she has guts. I'm sure some of you have seen. She has a desire to get back, but she doesn't even know what really drives her desire. She thinks it's power, but it's really petty revenge. And revenge is not what this region needs." Yes.
No, just whenever you're finished. This is like just a super small thing,
I'll just say it.
but it might be the single only time this ability has ever been useful.
Okay.
What are you about to do, man?
I'm about to. He said he's been alive for millennia and he knows ODL like very personally. I want to use Divine Sense to see if I can tell if he's a celestial fiend or undead.
Oh.
Da-da-da-da.
I didn't even know that was a thing, because when would that ever be useful?
Exactly.
Exactly.
He's tried
That's
to
why
use
I
Divine Sense before.
Yeah, I've tried using it a couple times and it just it's
never had a good time.
The fact that it's like specifically celestial fiend or undead it makes it such a niche use,
Yeah.
Which you found.
which I found.
All right.
Is he one of those three creature types?
He is not a fiend or undead.
But he is a celestial.
He's not a celestial. You feel.
Why'd you say it like that?
Because
Legally-
because
There's
Legally, you have to tell us.
there is
Master Vader.
a tinge of celestial in him. There is something that the stars, the heavens are sort of illuminating when you use this divine sense. And so you recognize it is something divine, but it is not. He is not a celestial.
I would like to look at him and in celestial because that's one of the 5 languages I know. Go la, 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 which roughly translates to What are you?
Also, fun fact for chat: celestial actually sounds like your finger going along with like a crystal goblet in like the D&D lore officially. So,
And he looks at you, and communicating telepathically with you, he responds in Celestial, and what you hear is, perhaps one day I will enlighten you, but that day is not today.
But what would that sound like to everyone else, Steven?
It was telepathic.
Yeah, but okay. Fair enough. I was trying to get Steven to do the
To
celestial.
do the thing. But
Even can I cast augury?
Give me a second.
Man, I get that spell later on.
Y'all are
You
causing so many
receive an
problems,
omen.
dude.
Okay, what would you? Yeah.
I love augury. Augury is super fun.
About the results of a course of action that you plan to take within the next 30 minutes. So the plan, I'm just talking about like going along with this guy and hearing him out.
Oh, okay.
So it's wheel good, woe bad, wheel and woe, good and bad, indifference, which is neither good nor bad. So those are the options.
That
And
you
so I
get to
just-
choose, Steven.
I just give you wheel and woe, or indifference.
But
Yeah,
from the
gotcha.
perspective of like, would my god say that this is going to be good and bad, or neutral?
From the
Yeah.
perspective of your god, it would be a mix of wheel and indifference. Where
Well, that's not an option.
What do you mean?
So
I-
It's weird. If it's, I feel like if it's wheel and indifference, it's just like it's light
indifference
wheel.
means
Yeah,
neither
it's like
good
light
nor
wheel.
bad.
Yeah,
It's
light
gentle
wheel.
wheel.
You have the potential to turn it into wheel.
Look at the doggo. Wait, guys, time out.
No, don't
Doggo.
say that.
Doggo.
Just call it,
Doggo.
can we call it a dog?
So
Can
in
we call
that
it a
case,
dog?
just say
maybe?
like,
There's dog.
say, like-
Okay, fine.
We'll
Look
say
at the
wheel.
dog.
We'll say wheel.
I will.
so just be like,
It's a
wee.
cute dog.
It's like not quite wheel.
Wheel.
It's like wee.
Yeah, wee.
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 I think it's wheelie good.
Really, really good.
It's really good, guys. That's funny. Okay. Gale's on the thing then.
All right. And so, once it reaches the bottom of this mine shaft-esque thing, I don't know what else to call it, and I don't want to say it without the mine.
This party
I'm
party
getting
in
PTSD.
Minecraft is not
Yeah.
good, man.
Well, I don't know what to call it besides that, and I don't want to call it. Yeah,
What about-
exactly. I don't
what
want to
about,
just
like,
call it
Funnel?
Burn.
Funnel?
What about like a
Uh,
tower or an elevator like structure?
I mean,
Just call it a
is
just call it
an
a
elevator
shaft.
It's an elevator shaft. So once you reach the bottom of this elevator shaft, he's continuing talking about ODL and walking and encourages you all to follow into this one room. And when you get into this room, you see a large circular table in the middle. And on this table, it sort of has or it's not even sort of. It has, like a compass on it, like the cardinal directions. And the what you notice immediately with this is the giant floor in this room is a topographical map of this region of the Shattered Seas. And so
He has a map of the ocean
and the islands in this place as
and
well.
islands next to it. Okay.
Can I see if does it like are any of the underwater lands mapped out, or is it just like blue water and like ships?
So what you see is when you're looking at this, you see all of the main settlements on land, and there are a few interactive pieces. There is smoke and dust billowing out of the vineyard. There is little bits of illumination over in Longmaw and in the Perpendicularity. And you do see a couple of dots with nothing else other than names for underwater cities that belong to Sea Elves, the more popular ones. The
Any
bigger
of them
ones.
the ones that he would have been from or that he's visited in his career?
Hey, look, everybody. There's
Me
Turtle
specifically.
Beach.
Yes, you specifically. Turtle.
Turtle
Well,
Beach.
so all of the ones in
What
the
a head
long
pick.
line-
Really overpriced headsets.
Basically, Gale was the prince of all of the ones in the Longmaw area, essentially. So he knows.
10-4.
he knows.
So these seas are going to be yours, basically.
sort of.
At one point in time, perhaps.
At one point in time, that would have been the case, and then he got disowned by his father. And he got
He
framed
deserved it.
for, yeah, I think.
And then,
Yada yada yada. Everything the light touches. Yada yada. Your kingdom.
Yeah,
then what
yeah,
you
yeah.
also notice.
Rada.
Rada rada.
Sorry, Steven.
And then what you also see are 5 little golden spikes of light going up. 3 of
Like
which,
beacon?
yeah, like 3 little beacons, 5 little beacons.
Okay.
3 of which are at the perpendicularity, and 2 of them, one is just a little northeast of Friar's Paw, and one of them is kind of just in the middle of the ocean between the 3 main players in this region. And so he goes and he there's a group of chairs over on one, I don't know, 10 degrees of the round table. I guess there's not a side, or there's 360 sides, I don't know. Around 10 sides of the round table, there's several chairs for you all to go and sit in, and he encourages you to take a seat. As several other people come out of these mirrors that are on the edge of the room, and they step out of these mirrors that appear to be portals, and he invites everyone there to sit down.
I sit down.
I'll
Yeah.
take a seat as well.
All right.
I'll sit down.
Can I walk over to Kid for a second?
Absolutely.
Because this is something I kind of want to privately say to him without all of the other guests potentially hearing about it. If you have a moment, you recognize me, don't you? Even in this changed form, we have met before.
I recognize your soul, indeed.
Oh, his soul. That's deep.
Might you tell me for what purpose you were meeting with ODL? To be forthcoming, I am a warlock in her service, though her and I aren't exactly on good terms anymore.
Absolutely. And if you were to notice, do you notice your warlock powers working right now?
I mean, I haven't tried to use them, but last I attempted, they seemed to be a little wavering at points, but still functional.
They were, but I am suspicious, especially looking at you now, that was due towards punishment for what she would call your sins, what we may consider something else. But you should notice, if you are to try to use your warlock powers in this room, it will not work, for she cannot reach you here.
Oh. Huh.
So my meeting
didn't
with
notice.
her, and
My shoulders feel a bit
do,
light.
do not worry. As you leave this room, your powers will return, but as will your connection. So I do want you to know that you have the ability to speak freely as you are here. But I was meeting with her to figure out her intentions for her recent involvement in this game. And as I mentioned earlier, it was not, how should I say it? She does not truly know why she is in this game. I surmised it is for revenge from her ex-husband, as he was already a player in this game. And though she's claiming power, she just wants to harness it and use it as a weapon, where this region, its power can be used for so much more. And so that is actually what we are all here to talk about. And so I have gathered 4 other captains that you may speak with, and that they will speak with you, so we can hopefully get you a grasp of the situation, and frankly, let you know what we need you to do.
Well, I appreciate you being candid with me. I'll take my seat.
All right. And so as he goes and takes his seat as well, he goes and he snaps his finger again, and seemingly out of nowhere, several homunculus come out, and they all pour drinks for everyone at the table. And Captain Kidd goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, we have some honored guests today. I know we have spoken about the possibility of bringing outsiders in an attempt to accomplish our goals. And I know we weren't going to do it as soon, but we must expedite our processes, our plans, because unfortunately I have some news to share with you. And at this point, you kind of hear like a drunken grumbling, a drunken yell, and a voice that you recognize just uttering absolute resistance, basically screaming, "F y'all! I don't want to be here."
Is it something that like the newer members of the party would have known who it is, or is it
Everyone in the
older?
party would recognize who this is.
Is this Captain Flint?
Indeed, it is. There are two other homunculus
Hey!
wrestling Captain Flint in through a mirror.
I'll nudge Gale. Hey, look, Squiddy's here.
I'm sure he loves that.
Why?
Why?
Yeah, and here I was hoping to make a
I
good
think
first
that's an
impression.
appropriate way to talk about our captain.
It's listen. We make I make fun of it's from a place of love, really.
I believe you should love being quiet right here.
Fair enough. I'll shut up.
All right. And so as once Jonas
These
Flint,
captains are gonna kill us just for our little bits we have. Like,
Yeah, we're making all these bits, and he's like, "You fuckers basically tried to
We-
kill my wife and child with your
we have
incompetence."
like confirmed killed so many people by accident for him that he does not want dead.
once Jonas is escorted in and put on a seat, and he kind of looks at where he is, he immediately basically goes into standing at attention. He immediately is filled with a sense of like awe and terror and respect, and he sobers up immediately, and it's just like, I am here. I am ready to learn. It's like he almost like takes his backpack out and he starts getting ready to take notes. I mean, it's that kind of, he's so attentive. And so, Captain Kidd goes, I believe you've already met two of the captains here. The not-so-siblings, Captain Seraphine Vex and Captain Garrick Red Thorn. Captains of the Bloodwake and the Darkwake. Twin ships for, again, not-so-twin siblings. Next to them, we have Captain Vera Cindervale of the Ash Drift. And then we have Captain Seraph of the Storm Chant. And you see that empty seat, and it belonged to Captain Thalen Marin of the Saltborn. That is the ship that you found young Galen on. Or his was the ship you found young Galen on, and I do appreciate you bringing him back. And then I hear Captain the Ragged Crown. And so, with this, I really just, I feel like we need to ask you to understand, or to figure out, or gauge your understanding of this entire conundrum that we have in this region. Are you all familiar with Stormlight?
Vaguely.
Vaguely. What do you know of it?
It's sort of a miracle power source, seemingly. Can be used for a lot of different stuff, it seems like.
Yeah. If I remember, I think the Watson units are powered by Stormlight, yeah?
I believe there are some variants that are.
Mhm.
And so, it sounds like...
Among my people, it's been called the wild magic, the forces of nature let loose in various forms.
All of you appear to be very close. Have,
All I know is that the Longmaws bandit is another way of oppressing their people.
They have banned it as they have banned the use of weather magic.
Steven, will you check your DMs?
Oh, I have several DMs.
Oh, from me, specifically.
I
I
also
got
sent
one
you
from
something.
me.
It's not important though.
Mine
No,
isn't
they would
of
not be.
super eminent importance.
Okay.
So, to answer, let's look at everything.
son.
Sorry, I've got to look at all this. Okay.
A lot of questions. A lot
Yeah,
of questions
okay.
all around.
Okay. And so, where was I exactly? So he goes, y'all are all very close, and so it does power this well. Advanced weaponry, early detection system, fabrials for heat and light, span reeds, but most importantly, though, Callus, I do believe you are close. I just don't believe it would affect those kinds of ships, but it powers ships. These specific ships, as each of these captains one, are absolutely filled with investiture, which is just a simple way of saying it is powered or given life by Stormlight. And these ships are immensely powerful. Entire nations can and have been traded for control over a single ship. You, at least half of you, have been on 2 of them, though you may not have immediately recognized it. The Sovereign Tempest of the Second Fleet, and the Saltborn. Losing that ship and that man is absolutely devastating to us, especially as it seems it wasn't even in combat with another infested ship of Longmaw's navy. So the important thing... Oh, yes, Kel.
I mean, the ship is ashore and significantly damaged, but is there no chance it could be recovered?
Once a ship has lost all of its investiture, it may not regain it. Though those small fabrials, such as the weapons, the span reeds, the heating fabrials, though when their gemstone that holds their Stormlight, when it either runs out or it breaks, the gemstone can be replaced. But what makes these ships special is that they are the actual vessel for the Stormlight. And so once it runs out, the vessel itself becomes damaged and cannot be recharged.
So what kind of abilities would investing in a ship grant it?
Well, there is... Oh man, where is it? There is a legend of a lost ship whose powers were so immense. It is another tragedy that we have lost it. Even though we believe it remains invested, it has simply been hidden away. The Black Pearl will be a great one, and maybe you'll rename it to that. But such things should, or similar examples could be that of a fleet breaker. That if you engage in battle with it, every single round it has automatic artillery that will damage the enemy ship's hull as if struck by siege weapons. You can have, they can have certain features such as a spell shatter, which all spells cast within the wake of that ship just have a 50% chance to fail if it does not originate from the ship. The ships
This
can...
is some
I've
stuff.
heard legends of flying cities.
Oh, now those ships have apparently gone and they are no longer in this region. I'm not even sure if they're in this plane. But ships so large that civilizations were built on top of them or once existed, and those were born from infested Stormlight as well. That is quite remarkable that you've heard one, for there hasn't been one in this plane for over 2 millennium.
I think I went to a city like that. I mean, you said it was on a different plane. I mean, I've been to a bunch of different planes in Wild Space.
You very well may have. I
Weird
do
stuff,
know. I
okay.
no longer have the ability to track them, so I don't know where those are.
You know,
Others such as other such boons are boons that simply empower the crew, that will grant temporary resistances and advantage on certain attacks and checks, and others, which is honestly some of the most, I believe, fitting, considering these ships have been given a title of legendaries, the sheer ability to force enemies into wisdom saves lest they be frightened and immobile just by its presence. The power of Stormlight, when used correctly, not in these man-made ways, Not in these temporary ways such as we see these fabrials, but when you are able to properly invest in objects such as we are with these specific ships, the power that it holds is immense. You could take one of these ships and lay siege to an entire nation and claim victory. And what's terrifying to me is we have 5 that you can see here. Longmaw is expected to have 8, and while we had 6, that was enough that they were not confident in attacking without risk of losing a ship of their own. But we fear that they are going to grow more volatile as soon as
So it's
they
an
learn
arms
about this.
race.
Well, if we can't destroy the ship, or and we don't want the ship to just, come down on its own. What if we just try and send like a small group underwater and board it and take over a ship from the inside? Just commandeer it, even up the odds.
If you believe that your party has that capability,
I'm not saying just my party, but we could.
I was going to
get a
say, if you
portion of
believe
it.
that your party has that capability, I would invite you to reconsider. However, the idea of commandeering a ship from Longmaw and adding it to our retinue would be miraculous. It would be extraordinary. However, there are 2 other legendary ships that we know of that aren't aligned with Longmaw. We have the Devil's Ledger and the Gilded
I mean,
Abyss.
Have you considered like maybe a Stormlight archive, like treaty, like a salt treaty?
Okay. And how would that work?
Say
man?
that again.
Make that make sense, buddy.
I mean, trust but verify that nobody's building all these dangerous ships.
Well, from as far as I can tell, the master builders who made them have all died. And so no new legendary ships, no new ships capable of investiture, or no more invested capable ships are being made. So it seems we are at a limited number, and I believe we had, 17 or perhaps now 16. So as I said, the Navy has 5, or the Navy has 8. We have 5, and there are 2 others that individual captains have somehow laid claim to. Yes.
Why are none being made?
Hey, raise your hand, jackass.
Oh, sorry, I was looking
It would seem to me a task most pressing to find out then how one of these ships was taken out, yes?
That is one of the things that we absolutely need to discuss today.
Yeah, that is worrisome. I mean, what could take out a legendary ship?
Indeed. From what we've known in the past, only legendary ships have been able to sink legendary ships, and it pretty much seems that eventually we are doomed or destined to fight until only one remains, and they lay claim to the seas. Yes, Callus.
Actually, Gil had his hand up or wanted to talk before me, but
Gale.
Well, in our investigation, I know of some cults that were in the deep seas that would ravage ships. Is it possible that one of these radical group of sea elves raided the ship?
I would argue it's possible, though without some other exterior, like outside force, it seems improbable. However, that may just be our best clue, our best chance at finding anything. Is our best lead to start there.
I don't have any knowledge of a Stormlight that they were using, but it certainly exists in the ocean as well. So it's possible that they figured out a way to harness it somehow.
Indeed. Or at least a way to reverse it or something. It's terrifying to think of that concept. But
I
something
assume.
has
Oh, wait.
happened.
Wait, hold on a second. Anyone else have their? It was him. Go ahead, Chaps.
Callus
My bad.
has hand up.
so okay, 2 things. First, the the thing that we found on that ship, where we found the kid, they spoke about like creatures in the sea with blue eyes or something like that.
Indeed.
Um, too, I want to help you guys, I really do, but I don't have time to get stuck in a fucking arms race, guys. Like I hate to sound like a broken record here, but I'm on a time crunch. I need to find the dreamer.
Well, I mean, this is a good way to. We'll likely have to do much exploring,
But
much
that's
traveling, and what better way to find someone than
I mean, if you're a
Travel.
personal,
We have tales here of the great god Cthulhu silently dreaming
No,
in the deep seas.
not that kind of dreaming.
the dreamer.
Oh, okay.
The man who dreamed up my father, or woman who dreamed up my father, but whoever
it's
dreamed up my
pressing, then
I mean
you
I
could-
have
head your own way.
I mean
Do you
but
have,
like I want to help you guys. I really do, but I don't know.
do you have any
What-
leads
Now,
that
what
perhaps my crew could investigate while you investigate this?
That depends. Steven, what memories have I been seeing in my dreams?
You don't dream.
Well, but yeah, but when I'm asleep instead of dreaming, I see memories of.
You tell me. What do you see?
Well, shit.
I
Falls
mean,
in your court, big guy.
I not much. I have I have I see these memories of the open sea, a black ship with like gold trimming, someone who likes to make a lot of deals. It's a captain. I know that for sure, but I don't know. I like a red captain's coat, some like that's all I have really. I can't. It's not like I can see them from the third person. I see their memories. I see them from their point of view.
A black ship with golden trim. Now that is interesting. Did it appear to be golden paint or actual golden inlay?
Golden inlay, and that it was golden inlay, and there was like a name written on it. But I don't speak the language. It was like in Infernal or something.
I don't know about Infernal. For that is interesting. There is a ship that actually is directly related to ODO, named the Devil's Ledger. But that ship is not black and gold, for there is another black and gold ship named the Gilded Abyss. That one
Yeah.
is captained by Sable Consortium, which may be an interesting place for you to start your search. The
Okay.
issue with that is the Gilded Abyss is one of the two legendary ships, as is the Devil's Ledger, that we do not have control of, or I should say, we do not have a treaty with, nor does Longmaw's navy control. So getting to them may be a little bit difficult.
Callus is gonna turn to fully face Captain Cade. I think he looks at him and goes, "If it's the person who dreamed my father, I want you to realize that that ship will either sink or you will have control of it."
Extraordinary. Then I will.
Isn't that,
Oh, yes, Straw.
is that not the only two options for any ship?
I suppose it could get away. But
Exactly. They could get away and we could all die, but that's not one of the options I gave them, is it?
Eventually, every ship will sink. Longmaw is too powerful.
Captain, can I ask you?
uh,
ODL.
in just
You know
one,
her true name.
just one moment, Callus,
Mhm.
you stand before me and you make that promise.
Yes, I do.
You swear it before me.
Uh-oh.
He swears it.
Yes,
not-
him.
I'm
Not
not
us.
one for. I'm not one for making deals with things that I don't know what they are.
Is that low-key a shot at a couple other people?
Yeah, he kind of gives just the briefest of side eyes to both Kel and Gale.
And he looks and says, if you make that oath, then we will help you find your father. Our primary goal is to ensure that Longmaw does not wrest complete control of the region, as their control or their desire for control will extend to this hemisphere, to this globe, and then to the other realms. But we will divert resources necessary to aid you in your quest.
All right. Arlo looks down at the table and pushes the cup away from him.
So what's the catch in all this? Because I've been working on a ship long enough to know that nothing like this is free. It's not.
There's no catch in the way that you're expecting. The catch is we need either power or we need to ensure that Longmaw doesn't have it. And as this ship is currently a wild card, as some may call it, getting it out of that status and either into our hands or ensuring that it never falls into Longmaw's is simply reward enough.
We'll need a ship, our own ship, so that we're not constantly bothering Captain Flint here, and enough money to crew and provide for our own supplies and to upgrade our gear a little bit if we're taking on a job this big.
You do not need to attack the Gilded Abyss yet.
No, not yet,
assuming
but
you're
we-
attacking it. I would encourage you to try to investigate what took down the Saltborn first. But as for this, I have had further interactions with Asmodiel. And I have bought Jonas's flint. So, Captain, you are now free of your debt to Odiel, in the sense of you must captain this ship for her. However, I would like to request that you captain it for me. And I will supply with my own men your own crew.
What they call a change in ownership.
A
Indeed.
soul for a soul, just trading where you belong. But
There is no soul being owned by me. This is a request. Captain Flint has the ability to turn it down.
Captain, if I make this deal, you swear that you'll do everything in your power to help me save my father.
I will do everything in my power to help you locate the Dreamer. I am not certain what power I have to save your father.
Okay,
Indeed.
I swear it.
And he says,
Interesting.
I am eager to see you succeed. And so they go and the conversations continue. They're going more on the ships. And who is ChatGPT scared of? So weird looking at chat randomly.
Just getting little snippets.
And just because I want to lore drop, and I may not get a chance to after this session, I'm going to continue doing that. So,
Real quick, Steven, do I feel any change at all as I make that deal?
I'd say you feel inspired.
Okay, I'll take it. I'll take what I can get.
Gale,
I'm
we're,
gonna
Could be
bet
more.
Captain Flint's gonna change forms here.
I don't think he has to change forms. He's still stuck as a human, right?
Undoing,
Or still
undoing infernal transformations is a pretty tricky thing.
Gale, did you have a question?
Oh yeah, well earlier I was just like, do you know Odiel's true name? Because Gale
Yes.
was
And then he did.
Gale
drop it.
enjoys
He
telling
did, in
people
fact,
the true
drop it.
name because it like pisses her off and he just thinks it's funny. so he tries to drop it.
He's
But
kinda
you did
spreading it
drop
around.
the name, so that answers the question.
Yes, it does.
Buddy.
So he goes, I am curious. What do you know of the nature of Stormlight, though? You all
Not-
are
not
aware
much.
of the weave, correct?
Yeah, the big magical fucking
Like
spider
waves.
web, right?
So
Blah blah blah, Mistra. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
The
Something like
weird.
that.
blah 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 mystery. blah, blah,
There's
blah,
this
blah.
guy from Waterdeep that fucked her a while back. I heard about it.
What a fine man he must be.
I don't know. He's kind of annoying, but you know he grows on you.
Have any of you heard of a dead god named Adonalcium?
Can I roll religion or history?
Yeah, may I
You may.
roll?
Absolutely.
I don't hit the books on gods, so no, it doesn't ring a bell to me.
Ugh,
I know a basic amount of
I'm
knowledge, so not
on
much.
religion.
I rolled a 5, so Gale knows
rolled.
Deep Shaylash, and that's like the only god he knows.
You know, like the Elven pantheon. You know, that's your bag.
So
I
with
rolled
an 18, you've heard of it, of Adonalcium, but you don't really know anything about it.
I had to like deliver some supplies to a monastery a while back.
What is that noise? That is whatever
Oh,
dice you just
Oh,
rolled.
that's Bigby's dice, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I love that one. That was cool.
And so, Kid just goes and says, so Adonalcium was once a god with his own sort of magic, and he was... When Adonalcium was slain, he was split into 16 different shards, and they were all known as shards of Adonalcium, and one of which was conquered, or claimed, I should say, by Tanavast, and Tanavast took on one of the identities of Adonalcium as honor. And through this power as honor, Tanavast went and he created this sort of variant weave that is Stormlight. And though he has passed, his imprint still exists in this region. And so you will find Stormlight here, but not elsewhere. For his shard, this is where his shard settled. And so, though honor no longer is alive in the sense that you and I are alive, his power still exists. And that is what is the source of this Stormlight that we are all vying for at this moment. The Minecraft cave noise was Chap's dice.
Was it?
Yes.
That's funny.
Oh,
Didn't play for me.
didn't play for me either.
Well, if you're listening to stream, you're gonna hear it on there because they get my desktop audio.
I see.
But yeah, so I do believe that the best course of action would be to investigate those blue eyes. Is that y'all's description?
Yeah, some kind of specters seen off the board of their ship, blue-eyed.
All of this comes from the boy, so I'm not sure how reliable that actually is.
And their ship logs too. Multiple of the sailors spoke of it.
Oh, I totally forgot about that. My bad.
You're all good.
And he says, Gale, you said you had history, or you had heard of potential targets that could meet this description?
Well, I knew of some cults that would raid ships and return them, but at the time I wasn't aware of the ship's power. It seems unlikely that they would have been able to take down something of that prowess. However, potentially they could have used Stormlight or something of that nature. There's also a manner of magical beasts in the unknown waters, but
Indeed there is. I would still, though I agree with you, I would encourage you to begin your search with them. That seems the most promising lead. And
the beast cult.
the cult. Perhaps they found a way to harness the power of the beast or something similar.
Indeed.
Shall
So,
we seek out your people then, Gale?
Perhaps. Would you possibly know the route that they were taking? I could look at the map and see if I know where the best place to start in the water would be.
So he stands up from his chair at the table, his seat at the table, and he walks forward. And the table, though seemingly solid, becomes a bit of mist. It becomes permeable, and you're able to walk through it. And he goes,
Do our drinks fall?
no, where he
Okay.
is, it moves.
Okay.
Your drinks stay on the table. And so he goes and he ushers his hand along the line. You can see it leaving port from the perpendicularity and heading northbound towards the Fire's Paw. And so this is the path that he was expected to take. We have no evidence of him veering off course, but we also have no way to track historical data. We only get real-time data for where our ships are, as you see with these markers here.
Interesting.
What business was he undertaking, if you happen to know?
Well, one of the things we are looking to do is you know of the mines in the vineyard, yes?
Yes, we do.
They are not
Unfortunately.
mining stormlight. They are mining gemstones capable of harnessing stormlight. And so, without these ships, there is no way to harness and utilize the stormlight without a vessel. And so our goal was to send them there and to begin to investigate for chinks in their armor that we can go and we can sort of capitalize upon. For we have been preparing to make a strike against the Navy.
Interesting.
Makes
Can I
sense.
roll for like I don't know, just to see if I don't know if I even need to roll. But does it pass near any of the cities that I would know?
Yeah, it does. Which one?
Your chance to make lore, baby.
Well,
I love the way he said that too.
let me study this.
Yeah, it does.
Let me
Which
study
ones?
this.
It goes through on the left side here. It passes near Thrine, the Hunt. This is one of the capitals of industry in terms of essentially farming. They gather meat there, but over slightly further away on the right side of their path is Varn. That's one of the lands of the elven dissidents that weren't loyal to the king. Barbarians, if you will.
All right.
That's where the cult lives.
Interesting. So perhaps you go and you check out those two cities. Or are they cities? The land of Varn. I don't know if you would consider it a city or what.
Rain is Varn. It's the people that live there are more nomadic.
All right. Now let me ask you all a question. How many of you can breathe underwater? Not just hold your breath, but breathe.
I don't believe any of us can.
God, I feel like that should be a thing that I have as a paladin of the open sea.
If I could,
There's that open.
I do know there are
Yeah, the open sea, not the under
The
that sea.
closed sea.
there are certain ports that the sea elves tend to visit more often for purposes of trade. We could maybe start there and
They do.
I've heard of potions that can
Ask some
enable
questions.
temporary breathing underwater.
There are potions, and there are also man-made apparatuses that our engineers have constructed that will let you breathe underwater for extended periods of time. And so he goes and extends his hand out just like this, and a homunculus walks out with 5 of them and hands them to every party member and says, Gale, though I know you don't need one, I am suspicious your financial... what's the word I'm looking for? Financially
You can
proficient
smell your
friend-
broke ass from
He's
here.
gonna say you're poor, buddy.
Your financially proficient friend cannot breathe underwater as well. So please take this to him.
I will.
I don't know what else to call him. The
Is
nerd.
this supposed to go over your nose?
The monkeys.
What would you call this? A rebreather?
What is that? What is a rebreather from?
That's a
Rebreathers,
real
they,
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, it like cycles the air you breathe out back into a
Okay,
tank.
I thought
Maybe
that was
there's
a
no
fantasy
bubbles
thing.
in it.
No, what this is.
Started off in Star Wars.
This is.
I know them from
As a
Grand Theft
straight
Auto
up James
5.
Bond.
No, this is. It is not a mask, or at least not in the sense that you are expecting. There is a little protruding piece of metal on this, or not metal, of silicone on this cylinder, and you bite down on that protruding piece, and as you bite down, it creates gaps in the silicone that lets you breathe. And the cylinder goes around and forms a bubble around your head that keeps seawater and anything else out of your eyes so you may see as well.
How easily damaged is this bubble?
The bubble can pop if damaged by something sharp. It is, I would say, pretty resistant to being bludgeoned, but of course, something sharp has the potential to pierce it.
Duly noted.
But even if the bubble pops, you still have the ability to breathe.
Okay. That is all good to know. So our next best step seems to be investigating the sea elves. Though I have a question.
Indeed. Ask away.
Where will Asmodiel fall in all of this, do you think? She's currently sort of a third party to this little conflict. Do we have any interest in trying to sway her one way or the other, or is her aim too selfish to be wielded to our end?
Her aim is indeed too selfish, but I personally believe her goals are too small. And though she wants it for power, all we really have to do is grant her husband's ship. And then it will strip her husband of power. And
I'd have to assume her husband's ship, from a little bit of deductive reasoning, would be the ledger, wouldn't it?
indeed, he is the patron of the Devil's Ledger. Though,
That's gonna be a problem.
I'm sorry,
Inclined to agree.
That's gonna be a problem.
how so?
Why is that?
Nothing. Don't worry.
Okay.
But, so I would say if you are able to sink the ship, or if you are able to kill the captain and claim the ship, I believe we would be able to persuade Asmodiel to withdraw from her dealings in this plane. I believe she would have no further reason to be here, for though she claims she wants power, all she does is she wants revenge, she wants payment from her husband or ex-husband.
Also, I believe this is the only place I'd be able to safely share this, considering I was sworn to secrecy by my patron, but, I am due to perform a task for her, in addition to my usual duties. I am ordered to forge a ledger for her in the capital of Longmaw. I believe it is a ledger in the possession of the Coinmaster, Alira Vance. I'm forging a debt to a certain Zarkalen.
Ah, indeed. Now
Something to the tune of
that,
2.5 million gold.
What?
now that is interesting. In fact, that has me slightly confused. For Zarkalen is known as the Auditor. Zarkalen is her ex-husband, Zarkalen the Auditor, and he... Why would she want Longmaw to owe a debt to her ex-husband? Unless she's simply...
I believe it is the inverse. She wants Zarkalen to owe a
Oh.
debt to the crown.
Now that makes more sense. She wants to cripple the ship, turn the captain Malorek Vane and of course her ex-husband into enemies of the crown to make them weaker. That makes more sense. But I was gonna say, for the first time, she may have begun to outmaneuver me, and I wouldn't understand what her plan was for that.
So if we were to turn the Devil's Ledger against the Crown, could we potentially turn it to our side, so long as they don't know that, well, it was my hand that wrote their debt into reality?
In the sense of creating pure discord between the two factions, potentially. However, as long as Zarkalon exists, and as long as Captain Vane is in control of that ship, I do not believe that we will have the ability to claim them as one of our own, or even get them to sit at this table.
What is the nature of this Malric Vane? What kind of captain are they?
He is an extraordinarily powerful warlock. From what I know, which is granted more than most, it is not all. He didn't entirely offer his soul for power, but for permanence. And so this ship is the very last ship we know of that was forged and has been able to be invested. And this ship seems to be made from infernal contract somehow. It is truly extraordinary in its creation, and it is bound together by the names of the damned. It are you asking about him or the ship?
Kind of both, though it seems they're intertwined, one might argue, right? Is this ship what allows Malric Vane to have this permanence on the plane?
I would argue it is certainly his home, and it is his source of power. However, is it what grants him the ability to remain permanent here? I believe that falls from his patron.
Mm-hmm.
So until his patron is crippled and stripped of power and rank, I do not believe that we will have a simple way to eliminate Captain Vane.
Mm-hmm. Well, you are knowledgeable, and so I would ask for advice, perhaps. How do you believe I should best engage with ODL, considering my present debts owed to her? How might I best parlay with her in ways that advance our interests without advancing hers unnecessarily?
Arlo, go first before I answer.
Oh, I've heard a whole lot about reducing the power of Longmaw and turning the power of others to your side. But what are your ambitions?
Carlos asking the real questions.
He is
That is a
indeed.
good question.
O ye of the ragged crown?
Now, do you say, "Oh, ye of the ragged crown"?
Yes.
All right.
Oh, hell
Good
yeah.
shit.
So
Boom.
first he goes and says, "Are you holding my ship's name against me?"
Indeed not, but the hubris of humanity is untold in the sense that one likes to hold up a crown as the pinnacle of power and
Indeed.
influence.
Would it influence you to know that I didn't name this ship? That this ship actually once belonged to Longmaw, and it was their flagship. And it was the first ship that we stole from them. Commandeered, I believe, is a better term. But
I think you were correct with Stoll.
perhaps I was.
But you've aligned yourself with the perpendicularity.
I would argue
How did-
we have formed the perpendicularity. But I do understand your question. Yes, Gail, before I answer Arlo and Kel, I gotta get back
You
to
made
it.
it sound. You made it sound like commandeering a ship would be nearly impossible. Yet you say you did it. Were you
I
the
did
captain
indeed.
before part of the Longmaw and just left them? Was there a mutiny on the ship? How did you do it?
That story goes back so far. It's It's difficult to remember all of the details.
Give me the short version.
I did work for Longmaw's Navy at one point. This is at the very, very early stages of the founding of Longmaw, back when they were at war with everyone else, just sort of just like a warlord, just looking to create violence, to cause strife, and to take control in the chaos. And I was put on one of those ships, this one being the Ragged Crown. I want to say clown. And yes, in one of the missions, in one of our sieges, actually on what is now known as the Perpendicularity, I led a crew of several that were already on board, and we did cause a mutiny. And in this mutiny, we were able to slay the captain and to throw the rest of the crew members who did not wish to join us overboard, and take the ship as our own. But
So we mustn't take it by force. We must just persuade the crew.
if you want to have a chance to take it, I would not recommend by force. But to answer your question, Arlo, how did I describe myself to you? I have accepted the name of pirate, but what I choose to do is I choose to live a life that benefits everyone without harming any who don't deserve it. And so, will I be perfect? Will we be perfect to this group of people at this table who have the most power in the world at our fingertips right now? Will we be perfect if we are able to dismantle Longmaw's government? Absolutely not. But our ideals are that every single person has the ability to contribute. Every single person has the right to be free. Every single person has the right to live the life they desire, as long as it doesn't harm others. And we wish to help grant that for others. May I tell you
It's your
a
plan
story?
to stop them from harming.
I'll get there in just a moment. May I tell you a story of one of the last speeches that my captain, who once was captain of the Ragged Crown, told me.
Please.
He came and he was berating the crewmates, and he was getting on to some of them for they had been failing their duties, and he brought out the man's wife and child. And he spoke to you, and do you understand what I have here? And the man, sitting in tears, is saying, my family, my wife, my kids, what are you doing with them? And he's like, well, I'm doing exactly what they were made for. I'm using them as leverage. For what they are here is leverage. And what leverage is the guarantee that you will serve our nation. That's all they are. And I don't know how a man can sit back and listen to someone describe human life, mortal life such as that, as nothing more than a tool to keep others in line to accomplish your own goals. After hearing that, I knew there was nothing I could do, and so I began my dissidence. I began my revolution, and it has taken millennia, but we are finally at a point to where the scales are almost even, and we can begin to put a feather on our side to tip it, and I do hope that you are that feather for us.
It's an awful lot of hope for a group of kind of a bit of a motley crew we have here. I wouldn't say we're exactly the most powerful.
Oh, of course not. But that also makes you not the most suspecting. And I can
Bit of a
grow
wild
power.
card.
Absolutely. I can grow, and I can harness and cultivate power. But once you're exposed like that, there's not much that I can do. If people expect you to come, the element of surprise is simply gone, whereas y'all are expected to be criminals. But you currently have no association with us. So if we can get you out and if we can put you to use, then we have a potential to upset the balance.
In a storm.
Does your crew serve
Warlords.
voluntarily?
Every single person you see here serves voluntarily. We have no slaves. While we have people...
That's good.
From what little I know of your past, I do understand that reaction. But we have no slaves. People are here from their free will, and those who have debts, they are permitted to work any way they see fit. All are granted work, all are granted pay. Everyone is here by choice, and if they choose to leave, we will drop them off at the nearest settlement. We'll take them to Longmall if they desire.
I will lend you my strength.
I sense that this is why you will have a chance at winning. Longmaw. Slaves can be convinced. Freedom is a man that chooses to follow of his own volition will die for a cause.
Indeed.
Soldiers fought with coin often will not.
Catch more flies with honey than vinegar, I guess.
Absolutely. And Kel, speaking of honey versus vinegar, I would encourage you to fulfill your debt. And I would encourage you to fight your damnedest to not let her tempt you into anything else. For as long as you have this contract, and I do not know the details of it, she will have a hold on you. But if you and I are careful, we can potentially manipulate it into our gain later. But in the meantime, all I can recommend you is shovel by shovel, scoop by scoop, slowly dig yourself out of her overwhelming control and get to where you have a little bit of weight behind you that you can throw around in negotiations. There is no simple answer for how to handle Asmodeus.
Fair enough. Suppose I'll play the part of the dutiful warlock as best I can, then.
Before I agree to lend question.
Okay. What's your question?
I don't. I was gonna say, I don't think he heard you there. I was gonna.
I was like, Steven, you there?
Did we lose him? Like,
No,
you lose him?
I said okay, but I guess I didn't say it very loud.
I just didn't hear you. My bad. You've said that you believe freedom is the right, as long as they don't use that freedom to hurt others.
Indeed.
Once you dismantle the Longmaw, society will. What measures will you take to prevent people from abusing that? Because inevitably, there are those out there that in that chaos will want to bring harm upon others.
Absolutely. It is an extraordinarily difficult process to accomplish that. Yet if you look at what we have here, I believe we are well on our way to having accomplished it here. One of the biggest things is the heart of the man and the woman that is there. And so we must find those with good hearts and cultivate them and reward them by putting them in positions to effect change. And so there is no possible way to just trust the heart of every man. So we will have to have governments, we will have to have police, but we will build it in a way that it may be altered if it is ever found to be unjust. We will build it in a way, we will build this government, we will build our laws, we will create this nation in a way that honors the individual as poor as they come and as rich as they come.
I'd just like to ask one thing.
Absolutely.
One condition of you. If we fulfill this, and if you have power, end the mining at the vineyard.
I don't know if you know this about me, but I love my wine. I would love nothing more than to end the mining there, to get rid of the pollution, and to bring back the grapes.
Indeed.
So I can agree to that, for it's something I would already desire.
I'll lend you my aid.
All right. Well, I do believe that the day is getting long, and though I need to rest and young Galen needs to rest, I would like to encourage you to set out on your mission as quickly as possible. So, I've already had my homunculus go out and find willing bodies ready to jump and work on your ship. Captain, your ship is indeed waiting for you if you choose to sail. And he's still standing at attention. Is just one of his tentacles goes up and is just immediately aye, like he's Captain Flint's
go.
ready to go. And says, and you will
Now
have
that he doesn't have a
provisions.
debt.
Correct. And says you'll find provisions on board for you, along with payment for this first mission. So, I do wish you all the very best of luck, but I must be going. And so he goes and he walks out through another one of the mirrors behind, and Flint gets up and says, "Can y'all believe this? Oh my gosh! We have a mission from the Captain Kidd, and the table. Oh my goodness!" And so as the other four captains get up and leave, and they go through their respective mirrors as well, it's just the rest of y'all left here.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought was going to happen. Just looking at
So,
let's just say that, looking at Captain Flint.
It appears as though we have found a mission.
Seems like it. For better or worse.
For worse.
Huh.
And
Strock, I could see the disapproving look on your face as Kid was speaking. You mind elaborating? Because I think I get your sentiment, but I want to make sure.
It's just another person in power that will do incorrectly.
Now, they are pretty words. It's easy
And I
to
believe if
say
anyone
you'll fix things and
has
do
an
it.
issue with someone with power, it should be you. All power has given you is more problems, and this is how you are repaid, and another lie from another pirate that we cannot trust.
Well, part of the problem is the power has never been mine. Having power and being given power are different things. Now, I agree with you, though, that power in anyone's hands, they're going to use it for their own names. I think Captain Kidd, for all his aged wisdom, might have an overly idealistic view of human nature.
I believe power is kind of like matter. It can neither be created nor destroyed, only transferred.
Mm-hmm.
And I
want
believe right
power
now,
for myself. not let it being
Longma
given to
is
me.
the only one with power. This power that Kid speaks of is lies. Until he gets to board his ships and shows us everything, it's all lies.
Personally,
Will we have to? It will be something we'll have to be aware of.
chaos in itself is neither good nor evil. And right now, I'd rather have that than the pure organized evil that is the Longma.
Yeah, there is the potential for something better, and we can try and play a role in it, maybe. Though, I can't say I'm too excited to rebuild the world.
Too much. Too much to do. Except for you, Dreamer.
Listen,
You'll get to skip
Why
town
don't-
once you've completed your job.
listen. Once I find my dreamer, and I make sure my dad's okay, then I will come back and help you guys. I promise. Deal?
You're under no obligation.
I
You'll
was
help
gonna
us
say,
as
it's
long
kind
as it
of
suits your end, and
silly
if
for you to
do-
just do that, honestly.
If you
But
do
no,
continue
like-
after that, then good on you.
But you guys are my friends, and I'm not gonna let my friends just have to deal with all this shite by themselves.
Earlier, you didn't even know I had a pet crow. So I don't really know if you can
Well-
say that state.
Scrock,
Us?
listen, buddy. I hate, and you know what? This is something that I would like to remedy. You and I haven't really had the time to really get to know each other and kind of hang out, be buds. So maybe going forward, we spend a little.
I think Strock has a little bit different philosophy of life. While some might aspire to a more idealistic world, I get the feeling that Strock would just not nothing, but would just strike a blow at the powers that keeps everybody down.
I think he sees things for how they are and not how he wishes they could be.
It's
What do
all
you think,
about
Struck?
survival. It is
Wait,
always
but
about
for-
which side is strongest.
But for there to be the continued survival, wouldn't it be better for the strong to help the weak?
No. Genealogy alone states that the weakest should die. In eggs, many times the first to be born kills the others that are too weak to defend for themselves. Why feed another mouth when you can just protect yourself and get fat and hungry yourself?
Callus puts his arm on Strock's shoulder and goes, "We're gonna get you some therapy, buddy. Don't worry."
Arlo knows what I speak of, as if his clutch did not have a 5% survival rate. The world is cruel, and only the strong shall survive.
That's true. The circle of life.
Well,
I
you know,
see. Good to see you're embracing that, but
that may be true.
sometimes a helping hand can lead to support.
Well, you know, Strock, that very in Arlo, that point very well may be true. But I prefer to dream for a better tomorrow and send it up.
Solid place to end.
All right. Then we're going to end it there. So, guys, I love this session because I've had so much lore that I've been writing for the past about year and a half that we finally got to dive into.
Some lore, roleplay. It's what you really want out of a D&D session.
And insert some lore that you had to like write in the past couple weeks after we threw away.
There was a lot.
Started ripping pages out of the book and
So there was
crumpling
a
them
lot
up and
of
throwing them into the garbage can.
changing. Absolutely, we had to change how we were going to organize everything. But pulling and introducing themes from another TTRPG or from a book series, really, in here, like it's just been really fun to blend two of my favorite genres or worlds right now.
So this is low-key One Piece. Longmaw is just the world government.
So we have Longmaw, or we have One Piece. I'm sorry. We've got aspects of course, D&D. So we have One Piece, D&D, and now we're introducing the Stormlight Archives. And so
Introducing. It was always there, buddy.
And also
not on this degree.
the legit real world. We're talking to Captain Kidd, a dude that existed.
Potentially.
He's also a One Piece character. Also, I love all the like ideological variations we've got in the party. We've got like, we have kind of the law of the wild. Then we have like kind of people are fundamentally selfish, like free market jackass Kel. And then we've got more humanistic perspectives. It's very interesting.
I haven't really dove into this yet, but Gale is very much kind of like.
Oh
no.
What an inopportune time.
That was very like.
Which were like,
Dog, I'm on the wrong screen. I forgot we were still live. I'm not even kidding.
All right. Well,
My
since
bad.
we are
we'll get
still
into it
live-
next session.
Exactly. We will get into it next session. And y'all,
Oh, boy.
I want to thank you all for coming out here and supporting us again. It means so much that y'all come out and y'all watch and y'all engage with us every single week. I can't explain how big of a smile it puts on my face. I'm sure y'all see, but y'all, it warms my heart. I thank you for it. But yeah, I mean, until then, I guess we'll see you next week with episode 19. So yeah, we'll see you next week. Same dice time, same dice room. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.